Hi everyone. So in this video I have two sets. They are two separate sets, but they go with each other. So these are two sets that DiamondPress has brought to HSN for the July Craft Day. It is, they're calling it upsell, but basically a balloon die set. So this is the balloon number set for the bitty, but again, it'll go through any machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies, and the alphabet itself, right? The balloon alpha. So let's check these guys out. So DiamondPress did send these items free of charge from my review. And of course, all opinions are my own. Oh, how cute. They look like Mylar. Like, not Mylar. Yeah, is that what they're called? Yeah, the ones that you blow up, right? The balloons. And it has like the little crinkles in it, you know? Anyhow. And the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thank you so very much for using those guys. Again, with HSN and YouTube, maybe they're embedded in the video, maybe they're right under the video, like near the title, and maybe they're down in the description box. Maybe they're off to the right. It just depends on how you're watching. It might be an image of the items. It might be a little shopping bag that you have to, you know, say show products. Yeah. So let's check these things out. Yeah, really good size alpha here. I know it's for the bitty, but they are on the larger side, so they're kind of maximizing that bitty space. So we have A through Z here. I'll give you a measurement in just a moment. But yeah, I mean, basically that's what it's showing you here. Aw, this is Chastity, and then hi, and miss you friend, you know, something like that maybe. Very cute with like the little background they did there. And then this one is 1 through 9, or 0 through 9, you know, including the 0, obviously. Happy birthday. That's very cute with the little background. Yeah, I mean, very simple to use, right? The sky's the limit. Now let's see here. Where is my here? That's what happens when you have a clear ruler. Let's see it there. Okay, these guys are almost 2 inches, metal to metal. Okay, and then the width of this particular letter is like 1 3/8. You know, it just depends. This one is just over. It's about 1.5. Obviously, it depends on the lettering. And then the numbers seem bigger, right? So yeah, let's check this out. Yeah, it's 3 5/8 metal to metal. And like the 3 is about 1 3/4 wide. This one's, yeah, about the same, I would say. I don't think any of them are wider than that. Let's say maybe, yeah, this one's almost 2 inches. Metal to metal. So of course they're going to coordinate, but they're going to be a little bit different because of the width of the number or the letter, right? Okay, well, let me grab some paper and we will try these guys out. Let's make a slimline, because I have not made a slimline in a while. And that way I can put more of these letters or things in here. So for me, a slimline is 8.5 by 3.5. So, you know, depends on what you consider a slimline. You do what you want. So 8.5 by 3.5 means I need a piece that's 8 by 7. So I'm going to swing this out and cut this at 7 inches on the 11-inch side. Oh, I just had an idea, but it wasn't what I was going to do. Okay. Okay. So we have 8.5 by 7, and then we're going to score it at 3.5 on that 7-inch side. Just put this over here at 3.5. I was going to put the letters like this, so you read them, you know, landscape, but I guess they could float, right? Possibly. Okay, maybe we'll do that instead. So now this is 8.5 by 3.5, and I will check the 8.5 part because this is paper from Michaels, and for whatever reason, it's too big. Let's see. So let's just make sure it's exactly 8.5. That's what I need it. Yeah. See, there's a hole. There's a hole this much too big. So just check your Michaels paper if you guys use any of it. I only pick up like their 110-pound paper, really, and it's always been like oversized in both directions. Okay, so we have this in the background. So what I was going to do is do like maybe hello or something, just so we would have more letters. I only grabbed the one. This way, and they can kind of look like they're bouncing around. I think it'd be cute, like they're floating, right? So maybe like this and like that, right? In different ways, you know. We obviously need 2 L's and then an O. So I probably won't be using the numbers in this video because it's just like a everyday card, but now I'm thinking maybe we do it this way and they float around here, H-E-L-L-O, right? And so that way it looks like there's more height to it. I think that's cute. So maybe we do that. All right, so let me grab a piece of white cardstock before we get to this, because I'm gonna make a background, and I guess I will make it look, actually we can do light blue. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Light blue here. And we're gonna cut that down. Let's see, how wide is this paper? I think it's 7 inches, just over 7. Ooh, it's 7 1/4 almost. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it down the other way. Okay, sorry guys, I was just trying to think about what I want to do. Okay, so 3 3/8 because it's 3 1/2 and like 1/8 matte layers, tight matte layers. If you don't, you can do 3 1/4. You can do the whole 3 1/2 by 8 1/2, right? And then, so I did 3 3/8 by 8 3/8. And then let's get this. And let's put this away. If you have a nice little sky stencil, that'd be very cute. I'm just going to come in and add some little puffs. Hopefully it'll look good. I'm literally just, you know how I do, making this up as I go here, and I'm like, how am I gonna add a little color in the background? We can just add that on. Oh, look at that. I still have a blue next to me for some reason, and a blue blending brush. Okay, not too dark. So I'm gonna take a little color and just start off the edge and just come in and add a little color. Now that's very light, so we can go a little darker. Okay, maybe something there, maybe a little more over here. So I'm just gonna add some color just so it's not so blue by itself. I might end up bringing in a little bit darker blue. So for right now, I'm just kind of adding in. See, that was a little bit deeper. That looks really cute. You know how when the sky breaks and stuff and you have like, I don't know, sometimes it's just a little deeper. Cute. I love it. I love the way it's looking already. Look at that. I know it's hard for you guys to see. I can see it and it's much darker in real life, so I'm not going to add more than what you're seeing, because in real life I can see that it's pretty dark. Okay, and maybe just a little bit more here. If you want to be playful, maybe you add a little drops of water, but to kind of bleach out some of the color. But I like the way this looks. Oh man, I wish. I think you can see it better down here than when I bring it up here, huh? There you go. Yeah. Okay. That looks good to me. So let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay. So let's take a look at this, because this was, you know, it's a very long card, and I just want to make sure that I did the borders like I would like. So yeah, I can start there. Just whenever I have something like this with the adhesive already on the back, I like to use it like a vinyl decal. Just start with a little bit, and hopefully you don't move it too much. I might have started a little bit too much to the left. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. All right. It's a little crooked, guys. It's a little crooked. We'll just pretend it's not, okay? There you go. It went off a little bit this way. All right. And, okay, these guys. So I actually have some other self-adhesive cardstocks from previous releases, and I think since the blue, like, it's very pretty, I'm doing like a coral and a purple. I think that'll be really cute. So generally I would want to switch out the colors, so like H, E being purple, one of the L's being the coral, the other one being purple, and that means this will be O, right? Should be coral also. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah. Let me see, H-E-L, purple, L. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, and you know, I'm gonna put these in the biddy, and I've been showing you guys more and more about it. Again, I don't know when I release this video, and hopefully hopefully by the time you're seeing this video, I've released my initial review and you've seen something about it. I'm gonna put these 3, and I'm going to put washi so they don't move. And then I'm gonna bring this over, and again, I've used this several times already after that video. I have not heat flattened them since then, okay? So I just wanna see how long. You can see I have other things on here. Or if you have to, right? Even with the initial folders, like for the marquee and stuff like that, if they start bowing or doing anything, I don't really care. I just keep using it, you know, so what are you gonna do? I'm gonna push this through a little bit with my tummy so it catches. I put it right at the end. I probably should give myself a little more leeway. But anyway, I keep using them. I don't care, you know, if it looks like this, like that's fine. So I haven't flattened them, like I said, but maybe we'll do that today. I don't know. Let's see. And hopefully by the time you're watching this video, that is also released. If it's not released yet, it will be the Today Special, so just keep an eye out. It does have an auto ship, so if you want auto ship and you see that it's released right now and the auto ship's not there, then you're going to want to hold off so you can get the auto ship, right? Okay, let me run this through, and I could have put it with this. Oh well, I already knew I had to come back with the L anyway, so that's fine. You have plenty of room on these plates, right? So usually just maximize whatever cutting space I have. That way everything's run through and you're good, right? Let me put this over here. Okay, I'm gonna run these guys through and I will be right back. Okay, there's those. And again, it's looking something like this. It's still cutting. Like, there's no reason to flatten them out. That's all I'm trying to let you guys know. But if you want, just get your heat tool going. I'm waiting for it to get nice and hot. I think that's good. It's pretty hot. So anyway, you're supposed to put it under some books, but all I do is kind of flatten it out with my hands, and that seems to be good enough, but you know, it's nice and warm. I do cook and bake and do all these things, and my hands are like asbestos hands. Not as much as my brother, who's like a chef, but this doesn't feel bad to me at all. And then it flattens back out, right? So if you put it under a book and really, really, you know, get the heat all throughout, it'll just flatten out. I don't mind. So there you go. That's about as long as it took. And I'm sorry, you know, for some people that noise really is not good. It bothers them. So I try not to do that, but you know, I kind of have to show you guys. So there you go. Let's see. Okay. Let me get these guys out. I'm just debating if I'm going to put like little lines from them. I mean, I'm going to. I just don't know. I want to do that. So again, just have fun. So let's say the H starts up here. I mean, you can also put them so it looks like they're tied, right? They all go to one area, or they're just floating away in the hello. So I'm just going to start sticking them down. Right. One can be over the other one. That's cute. And then again, this coral color, my goodness, come on. Let me think if I want to stick that down quite yet. In case I want to put these little lines, and the things that I'll do. Okay, have an idea. If you have grip mats, this is a good time to use them to hold your card down, but I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to grab a pen. If I want this to look like they're all coming down to a certain little bow, maybe I kind of put a little line here. I don't know if I put a little tie or not, but like bring it down. Maybe make it look like a little loop. Bring it down to the same spot, kind of lower down here, okay? That's why I went ahead and picked that up. And this one can also have a similar little bow. Right? And you can use definitely some shiny material to make them really look like the little balloons that you blow up. the balloons that you love. I guess all balloons get blown up. You know what I mean? Like the party balloons. Again, little Mylar ones. If I thought about it, maybe I would brought in a different color because now all the pinks here and the purples here, but that's all right. Okay. Oh, did I take the back off? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Like that. And I mean, it can all just be here. Maybe you have a bow die cut, or maybe you just, you know, tie a little bow on here. Just make it look like there's like a little something holding it. It's not a big deal. Just add some more to it. Right? Okay. Okay, let me clean up and we'll look at our card. Okay. You know what? I might add a little bit more of bow just to make it look a little more pronounced. So where those same little things are, I'm just going to do more and more of them. Okay. There we go. Just give it a little something more. How cute. I mean, the numbers, how adorable is that going to be? Just like, you know, they showed here on the example here, just the background paper. You have your cute little numbers. Maybe do your little squigglies and, you know, you add happy birthday. Maybe you have that in ephemera, right? Some ephemera that already has different sentiments. Super quick. And then, of course, all your lettering. So you can do all the things. Very personalized. Very, very cute. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links as appropriate and available in the description box. Again, possibly embedded in the video. Continue using the Biddy to continue, you know, giving you an idea how she's working. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.